Year's Eve day. I promised that I was going to go live today, and here I am. Yay! Sometimes our biggest accomplishment is just showing up. And if that resonates with you, I hope you'll just leave a yes, show up in the comments for me. And so today I want to start off by sharing some of the lessons I learned from going live yesterday. And these are kind of the behind the scene things that I wasn't aware of, didn't know about. So I'm sharing them because when you're starting a new activity, there is always a learning curve. There is a process. And part of what I'm doing is just documenting my own journey. Number one, to share it with you so that if you hesitate to go live on any social media platform, you'll start to realize that yes, it is a learning process. There are things you'll learn along the way. You can't know everything when you first start. And so the things I learned yesterday is that there is actually, when I was setting up the description area, there's a place for to put a title. And I didn't realize that was there. I caught that today. I had put the title, Yikes, I'm Going Live, in the description area. But there was a separate title area which was auto-filled with my YouTube channel name, the Donna DG Expand Your Impact. I just saw that, or I didn't see it. Today I noticed that's actually a space for a title. So today's video should say, Yikes, I'm going live again. The other thing I learned was, so when I did the video yesterday, as soon as I finished, my husband and I had plans and we needed to scoot out. And it was later in the day that I went back to look because I wanted to see the video. You know, it's like, oh, was it so cringeworthy? Do I want to put this as unlisted? Do I want to just delete it out? What was the result of it? If you have those feelings, perfectly normal. Well, maybe not, because no one really would say that I was perfectly normal, but it is part of the process. So just allow those feelings to flow. But what I didn't expect was no video, no live recording in my live tab. And I thought, oh, what did I F up, right? Well, at least on mobile, there is a setting when you're setting it up to have it stay unlisted. So it goes public to begin, I'm assuming. No one's there yet. But it goes live and it goes out to everyone. But then when it finishes, it processes and it stays unlisted. So I had to go in and change that to make it public. And then I was also, after a couple of hiccups, able to change the thumbnail, and I was able to change the description. So that was really helpful to know, and it's part of the learning process. And then the third thing that I learned is that my husband even commented on this when I finished, when I went in the trailer. I was talking a mile a minute. Usually I'm an introverted speaker. I have lots of pauses, which is the reason why so many people just jump right in. They can't handle a pause. And he thinks that if I've paused, I've stopped. And so I can feel it. I'm relaxing a little bit. So he was abused at how fast I was talking. And so I realized I do talk quickly when I'm nervous, and I can feel it picking up a little bit more. So all in all, yesterday was a very good experience for me. And today I want to talk about so many times when we want to try something new, we want to incorporate something new into our day. And I'm going to relate this specifically to coaches and healers, or people who want to use social media to promote their products and their services. So we learn all of these things. We watch the videos on YouTube. We watch the Instagram posts and the TikTok videos about what you need to do. Post 2 or 3 times a day, do this, do that. And we thinking, I don't have time for that. How am I supposed to fit that into my already jam-packed day? Well, here's the thing, and here's the secret. Time is like money. Most people live up to their budget, and most people exceed it because we have credit cards, right? So if you look at how much money you spend versus how much money you come in, most people, they spend a little bit or a lot more than what they earn, okay? And the same is with our time. We have a 24-hour period of time every day, and we fill that. We don't always fill it with things that are useful. We don't always fill it with things that are practical. We don't always fill it with things that are helpful to us. But we do fill those 24 hours a day. So the problem isn't, and so many people will say, oh, well, I have a time management problem. The problem isn't time management. The problem is habit management, because I don't know what the statistic is, but I am going to say 80 to 90% of our day is habit. Think about it. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Your daily habits. Do you get up and pretty much do the same thing every morning? The first 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it's the same thing, step by step by step. Occasionally, you may need to go pee faster, so you put that in before you usually would. Sometimes you desperately need the coffee, and so coffee is the first thing you go to. Think about how you spend your time getting ready in the morning, and separate it out between a work day and a weekend, because weekends typically, or non-work days, are typically a little bit different. But think of a work morning. You get up, you know that you have an hour, hour and a half, 20 minutes to get out the door to get to work, so you're on time. You have that down pat. You get yourself to work. You have your routine when you get to work. You sit at your desk, you look through your emails, or whatever it is you do. It's probably pretty close to being the same thing every day, right? Lunchtime, same thing. After work, same thing. You get home, you have your evening routine. Bedtime, you have your bedtime routine. You have pockets of time within your day to do other things, but you just don't see them because your day just flows so easily. And the reason is because our brains want to make life easy and efficient for us. And so it sees a pattern and it sticks with that pattern, and it becomes familiar. It's comfortable. We don't even have to think about it anymore. We live our lives so much on autopilot, and we spend so much of our time doing things that don't serve us, that don't help us reach our dreams. But we think, I don't have the time. The wonderful thing about the Legacy Builders program, which is the program that I promote, it is teaching people how to develop social media marketing skills. It is a business in a box. I look at it as an internship. So for a period of 3 months, 6 months, a year, coaches and healers can use this program to learn how to market and promote their own products and services. Whether it's an online course, whether it's a group program, whether it's one-on-one coaching, a membership. These are all things that so many coaches and healers, we just struggle with it, because so much of our work is based around transitions. It's about reducing stress and anxiety. It's about stepping into who we really are, finding our unique talents, becoming deconditioned from all of the noise that we hear in the world. But then we think, I don't have time to start doing social media marketing. Well, in this program, it focuses on a 2-hour workday, and everyone has an extra 2 hours in their day. And I'm going to show you in this video how to do that, okay? So, social media marketing, it is crucial in this day and age for coaches and healers. We have a global audience that we could be working with. And no, not every person is suitable for every coach or healer. But when you put yourself out onto social media and you're yourself and you're comfortable with who you are, that's when people are going to say, oh, I like her energy. Oh, she's talking to me. Oh my gosh, that is exactly what's going on in my life. Oh my gosh, if she could help me overcome this, that would be like, oh, life-changing for me, right? It's hard to articulate that. It's hard to express the work that we do. But in the Legacy Builders program, we are learning how to do exactly that. So it's teaching social media marketing. It is also a business in a box, meaning that when you join this program, because it's an online course, it's teaching you amazing things like social media marketing, affiliate marketing, passive income online, how to have an automated business system, how to create emails that are captivating to your audience. All of these things. Oh, and it also teaches you how to create your own online course if that's what you would like to do. This program is an amazing business model in and of itself. But what we're doing because when you purchase this program, you purchase the master resale rights to it, which means I can turn around and promote, which I am doing, this same program for other people. And my audience will be different from everyone else who is also promoting this product. And the reason we're all different is because we're all different and we all have different people we want to serve. For instance, I don't know anyone in the community that is speaking to coaches and healers who have started and stopped their coaching practice more times than they can count because they just felt disappointed, overwhelmed, confused, and dismayed that this dream that they hold so deeply in their heart that they can't bring it to fruition. For me, Legacy Builders has become a bridge between my failures and my dreams, and I'm loving it. It's not perfect. I'm having my challenges. I am growing. I am expanding my own impact while I am going through this program. And that's why I think of it as an internship, because I'm learning skills, promoting something that I have no emotional connection to. If you tell me in the comments right now that you think this program is a scam, you think it sucks, that it's ridiculous, you're entitled to think what you want. I would disagree because my experience is different from your thoughts. But you're entitled to your thoughts. It's not my job to convince you otherwise. My job here is just to share what I'm so excited about. And so I have no emotional attachment to it. But now when I tried promoting my signature program, an 8-week program called Activate Your Individuality, oh my gosh, that felt personal. That felt like if someone didn't like it, it meant they didn't like me. It meant that my life's work was not worthwhile. It meant something to me on a deeply personal level. And that made me feel more vulnerable than I could handle. It was safer to keep my baby protected, right? I became one of those helicopter parents, just hovering, protecting my baby, defending it to the end. When logically I knew that this program was not for everyone. But I didn't talk about it in a way that made me vulnerable to really connect with the audience. And so with Legacy Builders program, talking about these 4 programs that you can buy, so there's different price points you can join at, it's not that personal connection for me. But the creating the content, the 2 hours a day. So let's get back to my topic for the day, which is how to fit 2 hours of new activities into an already busy day. Here's what we do. There's a thing called habit stacking. And you take your typical routine and you add new things into it. So with our 2-hour workday, we can spread this throughout the day. It doesn't have to be a solid 2-hour block. It doesn't have to be done from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. It doesn't have to be done from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We are our own bosses. We get to choose how we're going to do this. And if we prefer, we can block this into 2 hours a day, 14 hours a week. We can block that into chunks of 3 or 4 hours so that we can get a rhythm going. We can batch content, which just means you're doing this. It's like assembly line creating content. And within the Legacy Builders program, all of the tools and the guidelines and the lessons on how to actually do this are right there, part of the course. So what we do is we have to incorporate it into our busy day. We think there's no more time, but it's amazing. So for me, I have wanted to go live on YouTube for probably about a month. I felt like this really was my path. Back in October, I set a goal to help 62 coaches and healers become more visible and to attract paying clients by the time I reach 62, which is in May. I set this goal. It was very clear vision for me, and I wasn't taking the steps to promote it on social media. So was like, okay, what's holding me back? Well, I don't know about you, but I like things to be easy. Trying to do something new that's complicated, it just feels too hard, and I just don't want to do hard things. Good morning, honey.
Good morning.
And so I kept putting it off, and I wasn't making my notes. I wasn't organized on what I wanted to talk about, and I had all of these excuses for why I could do it. I didn't have the time. So what I decided couple of days ago was what I need to do is practice habit stacking. You may not want to go out that way. Well, I guess you'd probably be okay. So, so is habit stacking. So what this is again, it's fitting it into your normal habits. So it occurred to me, well, every morning, so this is my routine when I get up for the most part. I get up, I get myself dressed, I start the coffee grinder. I don't drink coffee, but my husband does, so I start the coffee grinder. While the coffee grinder is grinding, I fill a measuring cup with water, put it in the microwave to heat it up because I am a nomad. I live in, let me flip this real quick. Let's see if I can do this. I live in this 7 by 14 foot cargo trailer, and so we are 100% solar powered. So, but we do have a microwave. We have an awesome setup. So while my water is heating to wash my face and brush my teeth, I get the coffee maker set up. And then by the time that my water is done, the coffee maker is ready to go. Push that button. I brush my teeth, brush my hair, and I get ready to go out for my morning walk. And it occurred to me, okay, what I need to do is insert between leaving the trailer and going to work, to going for my walk, bringing my stuff out here to the table. Let's see, do I dare? So my notes and stuff out here to the table so that when I get back from my walk and after I've done my Pilates routine, I'm on day 52. I just finished day 52 today. Then I come right into the tent and do my YouTube live because it's a natural flow. Because otherwise, what I was experiencing was I would get up, I would get the coffee going, I would wash my face, to brush my teeth, I would head out for my walk, I would come back, I would do my Pilates, I would go in the trailer, and I would just kind of collapse. And I would sit there and rest for a few minutes, and then I'd think, oh, I probably should get my stuff together to go out to do a YouTube live. But I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And then I have to figure things out. I have to get things set up and put the phone on the tripod and do the description and blah, 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 blah. And suddenly it seemed hard and it seemed really, really time consuming. And so I thought, oh, next time when I have more time, I'll do it. So for a month, I didn't do anything. But 2 days in a row, I've had my stuff out here. It's ready. All I have to do is step into this space, enter a few things on the YouTube screen for going live, and hit go live. And it's beautiful. It's so easy. And this is how you can fit content into your own day. So you're at work, you're still working, you have this dream to be a coach or a healer, but you're still working and saying, I just don't have time to do it. Well, on your lunch break, you spend one day, you have a 30-minute lunch break. You're sitting there, you're eating, hopefully you're in a break room away from your desk. But if you're not, I invite you to start setting a boundary. Do you have boundaries in your job or around your lunchtime, your break periods at work? Let me know that in the comment. I'm really intrigued by that. I just know so many people who never take breaks at work, and you're entitled to them and you will actually benefit from them. There's the old story about the two woodsmen, and they go out into the woods together and they're chopping down trees, and they get there at the same time, and at lunchtime one guy sits there and he eats his lunch, the other lumberman, he heads off and he comes back an hour later, they start chopping wood again, and then they end the day at the same time. And the man that always stayed there, he noticed that the other lumberman always cut more wood than he did. And so one day he said, I don't understand. We're here for the same exact amount of time. You take off for an hour in the middle of the day, and then you come back, and I don't know how you're cutting more wood than I am. And the other guy said, I take that hour to sharpen my saw. And that makes all the difference. And so whatever you're doing, sometimes we need to take breaks. And if you're in a 9-to-5 job or manufacturing job, which is my background, you're entitled to take those breaks. So I just invite you, little side tangent, but it's something that happens so often. We don't take the time that we're actually allowed to take. So on your break, on your lunchtime, Start jotting down notes. And again, this is all in the program. Bring your earbuds, listen to one of the daily messages on your break. Keep your enthusiasm up, your excitement up. Have your vision in mind for how you're going to do things. Start jotting down ideas. Michelle O'Neill teaches us a lot about using ChatGPT, and I will do another video later about my thoughts on ChatGPT. And I welcome your comments. So leave any comments, hesitations, or concerns about ChatGPT in the comments, and I will address those. But you have the time. It's recognizing that it's not the most efficient use of your time. So if you are on your lunch break, and typically you're scrolling on social media, or I guess it would be this way. You're scrolling on social media and you're a consumer rather than a creator. So as you're scrolling, just have a piece of paper beside you and just jot down some notes for things that catch your attention, what you like to see. This can be part of your learning process. When you see something that intrigues you, jot down a few words about it. Once you've learned ChatGPT, go in and develop a hook around that, something that will catch someone's attention. Just start playing around with ideas. Perhaps you could go outside for a walk. Just a 10-15 minute walk, get some blood flowing through your body. That's always going to be good for you. And hold up your phone and just talk for a minute. It may not be something you ever post. Get used to seeing yourself and talking on camera. These are things that you could do without totally disrupting your day that will help you develop the skills you need to promote your coaching services or your healing services on social media. Start looking at, as you're scrolling through Instagram and you see how someone has created a carousel, the different points that they're talking about. I love looking at the human design based practitioners that are on Instagram, because on their carousels, each slide will be for a different type. So do you know your human design type? Have you ever heard of it? Let me know in the comments. I'm a projector. I'm a 3-5 projector, which means that I like to experience things and then I like to share and teach about them. So what I'm doing, working with coaches and healers, very much aligns with that. It even aligns with this video because I'm sharing kind of the background, the behind the scenes aspect of what it feels like to go live for the first time. And it is, it's a little daunting and overwhelming, but seeing someone else go through it is really helpful, which makes me think, okay, so I'm going to be patting myself on my back, recognizing myself. I don't mean to sound arrogant when I say this, but I feel like, so I could be full of crap, right? But I feel like I have a pretty good video presence as far as my energy. This is not something that comes naturally to me. It is a skill that can be developed. Way back in 1998, I joined Toastmasters and learned the art and the craft of public speaking. Social media presentations are very similar. It's the same skill set. It's having that confidence of looking the camera in the eye right there. So I'm not the same starting point that you are. I'm not the same starting point I was back in 1998 when I went to my first Toastmasters meeting. All I know is I was terrified. I had already expanded my comfort zone, blown up my comfort zone just by calling the man for more information about the program, because I would starve before I would pick up the phone to call for a pizza. I would eat the last dregs, the crusts, the stale crusts on a loaf of bread before I would pick up the phone to call for something. And it was really, it was so, I don't even have the words for it today. It held me back so much. It was terrifying, terrifying. And to think of how far I've come, yeah, I can pat myself on the back for that. I can do a little happy dance about that. Your starting point is different from mine. Your fears, your doubts, your uncertainties are different from mine. But that doesn't mean that you can't rise to overcome them. because that's what we do. And as we advance, we start to realize that what we thought were mountains are actually just hills. So, um, so the 2 hour workday, you can fit it in little pockets of time. I like to suggest, so one friend that I had several years, many years ago now, she wanted to start exercising in the morning. And she had her routine down pat and she knew exactly what she was doing. She said, but I don't know how I could fit this in. You know, they say that the best time to exercise is first thing in the morning, and I want to do that. And so we looked at her routine and I said, what if you exercised before you did your hair in the morning? And she was like, oh, I spend so much time on my hair. No, I mean, I need to do my hair. And I said, what happens on days when you're feeling sick or the alarm doesn't go off or something and you really are running late? What do you do on those days? She says, oh, I just throw it up in a clip, you know. And I said, and how does your day go? And she said, you know, it actually goes fine. Doesn't really matter. And I said, so what if you were to exercise first, you know, starting slow because she was not physically active, just 10 minutes in the morning before you do your hair? What would that be like? And she said, I can't even imagine not having all this time to do my hair. And I said, give it a try. And she did it. She tried it because she wasn't doing like sweaty exertion exercise. And she did it and she said, you know, it's amazing. I still get my hair done. I haven't worn my hair in a ponytail at all this week doing this. It's like, because we fit our activities into the time we have. So if you slip something and just kind of slip it in there, suddenly you have 10 minutes less to do your hair when she was spending, say, 20 or 30 minutes on it, but she was still able to get it done. And the same thing happens over and over and over again because we start to let go of the activities that weren't serving us, that were just time filler, with something that's more meaningful, something that's more practical. Some things you can slide into this in this 2 hour workday is just brain fart. Sorry. Is coming up with your ideas, just jotting them down, whether it's an app on your phone, recording some quick messages. It can be working on and fine-tuning your ideal customer. So there are a lot of different little activities. Oh, okay, so this is where I really wanted to go. That was just time filler. So you can come up with the ideas for your videos in one 15 or 20-minute section, okay? And come up with the compelling hooks, what will attract people, stop the scroll. And then in another 15-minute period, you can write out some bullet points for what you would say about that video. For another 20 or 30 minutes, because recording the videos actually only takes typically a couple of minutes. For me, because I'm an introvert, I would start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. When I started out, I was scripting everything word for word, and I had a teleprompter app, and I felt very comfortable doing that, but yet my real energy really couldn't come through. And so that's why I'm feeling more comfortable, why I wanted to go to live videos, because either you will be attracted to my energy or you won't. And if you're not, I hope you have a great life. And if you are, welcome. I look forward to getting to know you. But for me, the biggest thing, so creating the videos usually doesn't take that much long because these are only 8, 10, up to 2 or 3 minute videos is our goal. And so that doesn't take all that much time. Editing can take a little bit of time. We learn in the course exactly how to edit things on our phone. I prefer to edit on my desktop. So that adds a couple of extra steps for me. But they're little time blocks. You can fit them in here or there. 15 minutes before you need to go pick up your kids or to go meet a friend for dinner is enough time to start working on your content. And we don't have to be perfect. This is a system that we're trying to master, but we are apprentices to start. And so it's going to take us longer, or we won't get as much accomplished. But we can still keep trying, going for the goal, focusing on the actions and not the outcomes, and learning as we go along. So let's see. So I have covered what I wanted to talk about, but now let me get out my handy dandy little. All right, let's see if I can get this going again. Oops. All right. Oh, oops. Okay, so let me see. So this time I'm holding my screen this way. Let's see if that actually is visible to you. This was one of the things that was backwards yesterday. So I do promote 4 digital products that are social media marketing, and the only thing that I promote is this web page. And it's called a landing page or a capture page because the intention behind it, so a little bit of training on the actual business nature of it. Okay, so this is this way, but then you can't see her pretty face. Is so a capture page allows you to collect email addresses of people who are interested in what you're offering. This isn't, it's not spamming people, it's not insisting, forcing people. If you're interested in learning social media marketing to promote your coaching and healing practice or other business that you want to learn social media marketing skills, if you put your email address in here, you will go right into my automations. And let's see, new skill, learning how to use other props and stuff as you're conveying your message. And so you will be taken to this thank you page. And this is where I outline how I look at this as an apprentice program, or not an apprentice, an internship program. And I'm in the process of actually developing that into a somewhat structured phase program to help you get the most of this. Because one of the things I hear in the digital growth community is how overwhelming it is. And we're thinking a 2-hour workday, trying to fit that into my busy day. How do I do that? How do I create content, 3 pieces of content in 2 hours a day, and try to work through this program? So with this internship like structure that I am providing to my customers, it helps you release that sense of overwhelm. I am guiding you rather than just being thrown into. I get so overwhelmed going into stores unless I know exactly what I want. You know, if I need new shampoo or deodorant or anything like that, and there's just so many options, and it's like, oh, I can't. I have to leave. It just overwhelms me. And that's how many people feel going into Legacy Builders, into the community, because it can be. But it's a skill. It's something that you learn. You just have to give yourself time to get acclimated. Just like going to a new job. You don't know where things are, but you figure it out. You just have to give yourself time. And like in the workplace, you hope that people have the patience with you to help you figure out where things are. So my job with my customers is to tell them and show them where things are so they can find their way around, because no one wants to be in this big building and not know where the exits are or the bathrooms, right? 2 key things that we want. So that's what I do with my customers, and I am working on structuring that into a phase program where you just, and they won't be long phases, especially the first couple, that's just getting the orientation basically. So that is the thank you page. And then the third thing is this, this is the sales page, and goes through everything. And these 3 things, so when you're starting a business, when you have a coaching practice, when you are trying to use social media to market something, we give you this system. When you purchase this program, you get the system. It's already pre-built. You can go and make a few tweaks, a little changes, and step-by-step instructions for how to set everything up. So our focus, Michelle O'Neill, who is the founder of this program and the head mentor of it, her focus is not on doing busy work. on wasting your time on the tech. It's on using a 2-hour workday on income generating activities, the social media posts, which she teaches you everything you need to know. And I can help you fit that into your normal day. When you say, Donna, I don't have time to do this, we're going to take a look at your day and we're going to talk about where you can fit it in little pockets of time. Just like I am with this YouTube video, with this live session. I am I started my day the way I always start it, inserted one new little thing between going out for my walk and just inserted bringing my stuff out, putting it up, setting it up out here on the table. I do carry my phone with me on my walk. So when I came back, all I had to do, finished my exercise, finished my walk, did my Pilates, came into the tent and sat down, programmed the few things into my phone, the description and the title, reset the visibility to public. We'll see if that works after this one, if it posts automatically. Um, Added the title because I realized that block was there available to me. Put it into my tripod, and here I am. Yes, I have been speaking for 36 minutes now. This 36 minutes was not a planned part of my day because what I typically would have done when I got back from my walk was I would have gone into the trailer, I would have collapsed into the chair, would have chatted with my husband for a few minutes, would have scrolled. I might have colored some pictures on my color app. My day would have been what it always is without the magic of taking this step towards making my own dream come true, of helping those 62 coaches and healers. You can fit it into your day. And you know what will happen when I finish up this live? What's going to happen is that my day is going to go on. My husband and I have a couple of errands to run. Yes, we could have started running them 30 minutes ago, but you know what? We probably wouldn't have. We probably would have just sat there. And now for me, because I am a morning person, I like to get my activities done in the morning. I can go on with my day and know that I took care of my business activities. How great is that? How great is that? And this is what I want for you. It is possible. And when you join this program with me, then I'm going to help you with that. We're going to talk about how to fit this into your day. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, if you're curious and you would like more information, type ready in the comments. I would love to share information with you, that the link to that capture page, or it will be in the final description after this gets posted, after I make changes the thumbnail and stuff like that. Which, note to self, I need to add that in my description now, right? All right, let me make a note. Add link in live description. We can't know everything when we first start. And even when we do know the things to do, sometimes we'll forget them, we'll overlook them. It's not the end of the world. We are not here for perfection. And my coaches and my healers, we know this. We have to be the example of shifting our own energy so that we can help the people around us, our perfect customers and clients, help them shift theirs. But we have to start by stepping into that quiet leadership role of being an example. It's what we're called to do, and it's why we're here. And it's why I showed up this morning to go live. I did it. All right. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments. And all right, 2 down. All right. Have a great day.